Here. I don't care.
Weird shenanigans.
I'm waiting on them.
No problem.
Words. So, I'm Corbin Johnson, and
I'm Jason Beyer.
and we're gonna comment on a game that was played at a local tournament during Worlds Weekend. This is Michael Moskop versus me. I'm playing this Borg Assimilator down here, and Mike's playing this Thief deck. And Thieves are relatively new right now.
Yeah, they just came out in the new set that just released. The name is
Unnatural Selection.
Unnatural Selection.
Right.
Yes.
So Mike put together this deck. I'm going to talk about his deck. I think he is going first here. He made some stupid comment about women. Now, he's not a womanizer. His wife is a very nice woman, and but he's the "that's what she said" guy.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Okay, so he just played Ulyss, I think, from one of the Ferengi. He does some cool things. I can't remember what he does right now, but I think he gives all of your past Ferengi the ability to like exchange from the discard pile at some point.
Tonga girl. Yep. And 7 for
Ill-gotten gains. Okay, so that's the card that lets you draw a card when you take command of an opponent's card once per turn, I think. But I think it's not sure if it's universal. Anyway,
So Corbin, it looks like you're coming at him with a Unimatrix. What's
surprise party right off the bat.
Ooh, that
Thank you.
awesome card play.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going through your mind right now coming up a deck like this?
Right, so this is the first time I'd played against a Thief deck, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I just kind of let the punches roll, and this is the first time playing Assimilator, so I didn't really know what to do with that either. So, yeah, virgin on both fronts.
We should probably explain that Mike is actually the host of this tournament, and one of his caveats was to bring a deck that you can earn an achievement with.
That's right. So, Jason, tell us what you brought to this deck, to this tournament.
I brought a copy of TK's Klingon Kruge everything,
huh?
do everything evil deck.
Now, surely you've played something like that in the past. How did you get around these requirements?
Well, you see, I never upload deck lists, so
right. So why would you do a silly thing like that, right?
Yeah,
you don't like achievements.
I don't fish for achievements.
That's fine. No, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. But achievements are wildly popular.
They are, and I can see why. It definitely creates innovation. I personally don't take the minute to upload my deck list, which I really probably should.
It's only good for really kind of keeping track of your own stats and remembering what you've played and that sort of thing. It helps the community out too.
Yes.
So, wow, I'm really making you out to be the bad guy here, but no, that's okay. Don't worry too much about it.
3, 4.
Okay, so yeah,
Looks like you just
gotta get that Energize out there. Try to get the Harvest Drones to play for a little cheaper later on in the game, and then Mike plays his Energize. Yeah.
Now, what's that drone that works well with Energize? Is that fifth,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, she recently got errated, but what's great is you can use Locutus's Borg Cube to suck her up and play her multiple times. I had a Locutus's Borg Cube in here. Oh, that's painful right there. Whew! Little these are the voyages going on the Energize there. But yeah, you can use a trick with Locutus's Borg Cube to play 5th multiple times, and I get the Harvest Drone there for -2, so that's good. And he's fucking 5 costs, so it's nice to play him a little cheaper.
6, 8.
Okay, where were we? Is that a 3 of 9 right there?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 of 9.
All right. 2 for the bar.
I wasn't sure what she did, so taking a look at her. Oh, Talera getting energized there. I'm beginning. She, I forgot her name. I'm gonna
pull that up.
Pull that up there because she costs 4. That's Dinesh, I think. Oh, yeah. Forget it. But she can nerf events for skill gaining, and she's very popular for that.
Yes.
Yeah. I see a Shran there in Mike's hand. will be interesting to see if he plays it. Or was that might have been the albino. Oh, it's Shran. That's definitely Shran. And he played an ill... That's a... oh, he just discarded it. That is the wealth display of wealth card there. The staple of the new Thief deck.
Gotcha.
Right, so to do that, you want to get 6 cards on there. You steal them from your opponent, any card that you command but do not own. And then once you have 6 cards on it, then you start to earn 5 points every turn at the start of your turn.
I see.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty
sweet. Yeah. And then, so you solve the mission. I forget what this mission's called. And there's no way for me to show it, but you solve that, and you get to put 3 cards on your display of wealth. But Mike's gonna attempt a mission here shortly, and some interesting things are gonna happen.
I can't wait to see it.
So we'll talk about that then.
Looks like Mike is definitely using transport crash survivors in there, so he's going to have to attempt with at least 6.
That's right, Mike. No micro teaming here. And why are we shuffling here? Oh, I just downloaded 2 events with 3rd or 4th. I always forget which one does which. So I downloaded one of the... So I've given my hand away. I'm definitely doing Borg Assimilation at this point. Some Borg players... I'm told don't like to give that away early on. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it kind of takes away from the surprise of going and finding them at a planet mission. But when you do planet second, there are ways to get on the opponent's ship, but they're a little tricky. It's you need some drone lets you beam through the shields, or just beam through to a ship.
Well, I can definitely see some advantages of doing it early now, especially with Icheb in the meta. Obviously he hasn't been played, so
right.
There's no risk of hitting him.
You can't. It's not impossible. It's very hard to assimilate at a homeworld. Most of the cards say you can't do the assimilation at a homeworld too. So if you've got the Icheb in the deck, it might be worthwhile to wait till he comes out, and then before you go attempting your missions. So. Fortunately, I didn't see any Icheb this weekend, but I didn't have any answer. I didn't have an answer in the deck for him other than to just play straight up Borg and solve missions. So yeah.
I don't know if there is an answer to Icheb, and I think that might be the reason he was created.
That might be the case. There's some janky ways to do something. I think you could use Deal with the Count Man, but you'd have to get a thief into your Borg deck somehow, and I'm not sure how you're going to do that.
Could you assimilate?
You could assimilate a thief. That's yeah, too much work for that. So just scored 5 points there with the annexation drone.
Nice.
The points are very important for pulling off Borg assimilation. Usually things key off of having points in the assimilation deck. Did I just play? Oh, I think I just played a third of 9 there, and later in the game I'll figure out that I have 2 of them in play, and yeah, it hurts. But
Corbin.
Yeah, stupid mistake. Don't make mistakes like that, kids.
All right, got it. Okay.
I'm discarding down because I played These Are the Voyages this turn, and I have too many cards in hand. I think it was fishing for something. So there we go. Get rid of one with the Borg there. All right. What did Mike... Is that I think that's the Tuvok impersonator guy that just went on energized there. Is that a surprise party that Mike just played?
That is a surprise party.
Okay. So, like 3 turns in. That's Brunt. Brunt, nice guy. Lets you download a dude, I think. An AU guy. And not one EAU, but... 2 EAU.
I haven't seen any conventional Ferengi cards under the homeworld.
Exactly. Mike didn't... He's playing Ferenginar, but he is not doing the Ferengi shenanigans.
Okay.
He's just leveraging them as a place to be home. However, he does use Ghent to try to make some counters up here. I think next turn he's going to have 9 counters each turn. Ghent gives you an extra... counter if you have, I think, 6 AU guys or something.
Yeah, I know he triggers off of AU.
Yeah.
One left to spend.
Did a little These Are the Voyages right there, I think.
Yep. Yeah, that's you've got the virtual one. It looks like he's playing with the actual.
Yep.
In a mirror darkly.
And that's a. Oh, that's Leosa. Leosa's a fun card in 1E, actually.
Oh man, she's a Bajoran Vedic.
That is true. And on top of that, if you're playing against holograms, this happened to me once in a casual game. She can force you to put an opponent's hologram back in hand once per turn. It's ridiculous. That's good in both 1E and 2E. So, fortunately, I'm not playing with any holograms, obviously. So, another Harvest Drone, paying 1 for him. Go Energize. Awesome. No, score another 5 points there. The Harvester Drone does cost 5, but if you've got 3 Harvester Drones, when you go assimilate a guy, 1 guy becomes 4 guys. So it's pretty sweet. This guy played right here, right now. He lets you beam onto opponent's ships and other ships. It just says any ship, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
You get 2 of them going. You beam. You use him. You return to hand. Beam everyone to the ship. And then the second copy beams them all back. So you want to have 2 of those typically before you go and assimilate an opponent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He costs, I think, 3. The Borg Assimilation is not cheap, but if you pull it off and you can just staff an opponent, there's some fun things that can happen there.
Well, anytime you can de-staff an opponent, it's going to buy you turns, if not the whole game, if they can't come back from it.
That's right. Now, there's something painful that just happened. It looks like Mike just had Lore land on Energize with 3 cards on top. If only he had drawn 1 less card, he would have drawn the Lore and played him for nothing. Too bad. There's a Shran. We'll see what happens there.
Nice to see people still playing with Shran.
Right? I mean, he is nerfed to some degree, but he's not unplayable.
Correct.
I like to play with Ingenious Jury Rig because it doesn't go under the mission when it gets hit, and you stop a transporter's guy for 3. So it's almost, not as good, but almost as good as Hard Time. All right, now here's what's interesting. So he's got the Enterprise A, so he's hoping to score some 5 extra points with this going on. And then here's our first mission attempt of the game. This mission, if you solve it, lets you put 3 cards from your opponent's discard pile on your Display of Wealth.
Wow.
So he doesn't have Display of Wealth out yet. So I could give him the mission, and he would not get that Display of Wealth benefit. So there's a cost-benefit analysis going on here. Will I give him... I could give him the mission and just say, here, solve it. Don't worry about... I'm not worried about the 3 cards. Too bad, haha. So, something interesting going on there. And I think it's also a 40-point mission, so if he has the J out, then he's going to get the +1 bonuses, too.
Well, another thing is, he is away from his headquarters, and as you mentioned earlier, it's harder to assimilate people at the headquarters. So if you can stall him at this mission, get a ship out, swoop in, do your fun stuff.
Bingo. Bingo. Once you go attempting missions, things happen. So, you got some weird dilemmas in here. I net decked this deck, and you can see, I've got the personal duty in there. That's good. It's typically good. We've got Moment of Doubt. That is a very strange dilemma. 5-cost dilemma, costs -2 for every headquarters you have, and it just, I think it lets the opponent, the dilemma player, choose an officer or security personnel to be stopped. So for 3, that's not bad. If you're playing against Voyager, 5, that's too much. If you're playing against a 2 or 3 headquarters, that's a pretty awesome dilemma right there.
It's kind of risky, especially now with such a heavy emphasis on the time travelers. Their names escape me. The relativity deck.
Right. Relativity is very powerful right now.
Yes. I know there were some dilemma piles that I made that were very good before the appearance of relativity, and got hosed, especially in some
Kill
games.
piles, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, some games against you.
Oh yeah, we've had fun with that. Now, I'm going to stop you there. The first dilemma in my hand right there is Not Quite Domesticated Pets. Now, that's a fun deck, dilemma in a Borg pile, because it lets you, if it doesn't work, basically assimilate a guy, and they move to your headquarters. But the requirements on it are pretty easy. So I think right now I'm trying to make a calculated risk. As you can see, it's the last one going on there. So I'm hoping that I can stop him with looks like a Hard Time, Moment of Doubt, and then Not Quite Domesticated Pets. So we'll see what happens here. But you were saying about relativity, right? I mean, we could talk about relativity all day. They're really anti-kill. You get your guy back.
Yeah.
Your really high cost guy back. So.
Well, it's not just that, but it's some of the dilemmas that I use to effectively kill people. You know, they either cost too much or they don't work.
Exactly. Yeah. They just haha. No thanks. You know.
Hard decision, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk about relativity maybe being too good. One player on Sunday, I played the tournament Sunday, he was saying that he thinks that they are straight up broken. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with relativity. I think they did have the most VPs. They scored the most victory points at regional season in 2013 this year.
You actually played them?
I played them. I got third place with them. And it could just be that there weren't a lot of people playing with relativity, and the people who were playing with it well. Who knows? I mean, it's hard to say.
I saw a lot of different interesting and varying ways of playing with relativity. You had the people that were trying to throw everything in the kitchen sink in the relativity deck to try and get it to work, or you had the basic. If it's got the future icon on it, it goes in, and that's pretty much all we have, except for maybe one or two Federation personnel that really help us do some crazy things, like Kirk, or I think Chakotay even made
Absolutely.
it in there for, I believe, his high cost or something along those lines.
7 cost Chakotay, a little These Are the Voyages action. Absolutely. Net 3 draws. It's huge. 3 counters. So he gets past not quite domesticated pets here. Euless, you stop him to get a Ferengi back from your discard pile to join the mission attempt. Very powerful. And he solves the mission, I believe. I think he's about to solve the mission.
Wow.
So he's not going to get those Display of Wealth bonus right there, but he does get 40 points. So that's a good bonus, a good trade-off there, in my opinion. Get your tribble out of the way there, sir. All right.
And that was a planet mission that was attempted?
Space mission. That's a space mission.
The bonus points on the Enterprise get triggered from that, don't they?
Absolutely. He's going to score an additional 5 points. Yeah. He's at 45 points. Very early lead. Very good for Mike here. He's kind of pissed that he's solved. The most pissed you'll ever be at solving mission in TUI.
7.
You can hear the resentment in Mike's voice. It's really funny.
I think it almost would have been funnier if you would have just put no dilemmas under there.
Yeah, it almost would have been worth it. Yeah. Of course I didn't want him to solve the mission. I mean, obviously.
Right.
And I really did want to get a guy early on with the not quite domesticated pets. I got distracted by that. I think if you look back at the cards in my hand, I could have probably done them in here. But oh well. Yep. Reluctantly complete. He's got staffed. He gets the 5 points. Yep. You gotta die, Mike. Why not use it?
In fact, he probably has a bag with hundreds of them.
Mike is a dice player.
Mike is
likes dice.
Yes, he if anyone has ever played a game against Mike, he loves to collect dice, and it's a very interesting collection.
K&E goes on Energize. Sorry. But yeah, he has a ton of dice. He loves his dice. Borg Queen's coming out. Now, people like to use the Borg Queen to get the Harvester drones into play, too. So, yeah. You swap in the Harvester drone during the mission attempt, and then go assimilate on a later turn. I'm still looking for a ship. Ouch.
How many ships is this deck running?
4. There are 1 copy of 4 different ships.
And how many cards in the deck?
Less than 50. Maybe 45.
So,
yeah.
So the fact that you haven't seen a ship yet, and it's been at least 4 turns, that's pretty...
Probably 5 turns at this point, yeah. Yeah. Not so hot. And I think, what did Mike just play there? Oh, that's that's a card. I think he misplayed this card. No, it lets you, okay, no. It lets you take an opponent's event. Pretty cool. And then later on, if you have Display of Wealth, you can move that right onto your Display of Wealth because you now command but do not own that card. So it's a nice little card to help the Thief deck out.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what were your thoughts on Unnatural Selection?
You know, I really hate to say this, but I've looked through it a little bit. I haven't been focusing on 2E as much as I have been in the past. I've been focusing a lot on 1E in a game that we shall not name on this podcast.
Ooh. Does it rhyme with Adjic the Mathering?
Adjic the Treasuring? Yes. It might rhyme with that.
Okay. Okay.
I just,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I still play 2E and 1E. I still love that. Those games all have a place in my heart. It's just, I just haven't had an opportunity to look over or print out the most recent set.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You heard it here first. No, I hear Matt Kirk is getting into Magic too. Mm. Yeah, I've seen him post about it. I can't blame him, right? I mean, Trek is super fun, and it's free, for the most part. I mean, you still have to have somewhat of a collection.
What did he
I think he just played a card for to take, Display of Wealth, and
is that a K&E?
Yeah, he just took a K&E from me. So that is 2 K&Es that I am not gonna get used. Yeah. It's pretty sad. K&E is a good card. Probably the best reason to play Assimilator. Okay, so he's going to take my surprise party. Which raises an interesting question. Can you have 2 surprise parties and play at the same time, if one's your opponent's? I don't know. I think...
Well, the uniqueness rule, I think, would come into effect here, wouldn't it? Because it is a unique event.
Right. So is unique you cannot own 2 copies, or is it you cannot command 2 copies of it?
That's a good point, because for an Assimilator player, if you take command of an opponent's Borg Queen.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't have a good answer to this. I think after the game we decided there was a problem with what just happened here, but
don't know.
It's one of those rules questions. I'd know the answer if it was 1E.
But now, I assume that they would not be cumulative at this point, correct?
Well, that's the thing. In 2E, all cards are cumulative unless otherwise stated. I mean, so that's a good thing about 2E, frankly. So, that people used to play 3 copies of Party Atmosphere so that their events would cost next to nothing. Mm. That was, and then they finally errated that to be
Made it unique.
Exactly. So, a lot of fun to be had there. Still looking for a GD ship there. But it is Mike's turn, I think. Now it's my turn. I'm trying to assess my options here for, is it time to go Assimilate or not? I can't go Assimilate unless...
you get a ship?
Yeah. So I looked over my hand. Nothing exciting there.
Is he attempting what, with 7?
6, maybe? Looks like 6. Now, I definitely don't want to let him solve here. No way, Jose.
Nope. If he solves here, you got a couple things going against you. I mean, if this game goes to time, he gets, Yeah,
this will be a planet and a space, so it looks like I'm looking at a Chandra and a Caretaker's Guests. That'll do it for 6. That'll be a fun little combo right there. But I know he's got guys in the discard pile. So... Oh, there we go. Let's see what happens here. So a little Caretaker's Guests. That was a fun combo in 1E with Caretaker's Guest, where you pair that with
artillery
attack. Yep. But it's easily nerfed by referee cards, so you got to time it right. But if you can't time it right. But sometimes you get lucky with that. You kill 8 guys. So.
You probably can time it right in today's metagame because now you have cards like General Quarters. So you know, maybe you slow your downloads, and then maybe on a turn that you think he's going to attempt your mission with that underneath, you attempt to go for the mass download.
Don't think I quite follow you there. It's okay.
It works in my head.
Okay.
I guess.
No, it probably does work. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. So, okay, he just I didn't see what he pulled with the caretaker's guess, but hopefully well, that's a good way to get rid of Denatra if you're playing Romulans. Use the guest. Oh no, I guess Denatra can nerf that. So here we go. Euless costs 4, so I'm hopefully that's. Oh no, Euless came up second, so I stopped 2 guys. Was that enough? Yes, I think it was. He kept 3 guys on the ship, it looks like, to try to get the 5 points. So that makes sense. He's trying to 45 plus 40. I think it's a 40-point mission there, so he'd be at 90. Then the display of wealth, 2 turns, go for the 2-mission win right there. So there it is. The sphere is 634. That'll let me get to the Alpha Quadrant quickly. And he's at a planet right now, so I think it's time to go have some fun with Mike.
Take it down. Take it down.
All right, let's go make some angry people. So, I obviously can't distaff him because he's got the staffing on his ship right now. I guess the thought going through my head here is I have enough range to... It's an Alpha Quadrant Borg deck, so it'll take 4 range to get to the planet. I assimilate some guys, and I could maybe, if enough guys are still active and I don't do an engagement or anything, there are janky ways to assimilate without an engagement, then I can still go and try to attempt the assimilate dude space mission that has a span of 1, so I would be able to get there. 4 plus 3 is 7.
Well, that ship, does that have range 10? That sphere?
I think it has range of 9, and you can ignore the delta to alpha cost.
Okay.
Yeah. So that sphere is particularly good in this deck. So looks like I've sent down... I've got a ton of guys because it's been like 6 turns and I haven't done anything. So I'm going to send down a little crew there and we'll have some fun. Oh, I left some guys at the headquarters. What's wrong with me?
A great many things, Corbin.
I didn't go to assimilate him. I'm going to go attempt the mission. In hindsight, I think I would have gone to go get some dudes. Yeah, but again, this was my first time playing the deck, so attempted with 9. Oh, you can hear Al in the background there, our illustrious ambassador for the region.
Yes.
Hayes has some of them, but Ken's got them. Ken was building decks to get them.
Oh, yes, we were talking about Ken Tuft's achievements for Tribbles. The current Tribbles world champion and his achievements in Tribbles.
So perhaps the achievements are well deserved.
Yes,
if indeed he is the world champion.
Yes. So. It's funny. In fact, he was.
What's that?
Oh, that'll do it. It's it's that one that says if it's a Chandra but for species.
Oh.
So
Borg.
pick a Borg, pick a Borg, pick a Borg, pick a Borg, Borg. So that'll do it.
Until you hit data. Oh wait, you did.
Oh, no data. No, he's not even in the deck. I don't know why. I guess Picard is Borg. Locutus is Borg.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got all Borg. Oh well. Smart play on Mike's part to put just 1 under there. All right, Al playing some Relativity.
Yeah, Al was playing a lot of Voyager for a while, and he was playing some Romulan. I think he was just trying to knock out some achievements.
Yeah, he played Romulan at the last tournament. I think I played with him. There might have been one. Did you play in a tournament recently? Maybe in October? End of October?
More than likely. I'm just trying to think of the last tournament I played in before the tournament that we're currently commenting on.
Oh. Yeah, I have no clue. My memory is 1 month back. After that, I gotta pull up the tournament reports. So. That's the point. So Mike comes home for 4. Enterprise's range of 8. So it looks like he's doing a little swappy swap.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. You'll notice I left a 1962 Roger Maris on the table. I should have swapped that for a surprise party just so that he doesn't get the benefit of having two, if indeed he's allowed to do that. Or I should have swapped it for the J so he didn't have that on his turn. Or, no, he would have just stolen it back. So
On his turn.
I could have at least used the J for the Assimilator mission, though. I think that mission's a 40-point mission.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
And
In fact,
and you get to take someone from their.
I'm sorry.
35.
It's a 35-point mission.
But you do get to get someone from their discard pile.
Yeah, that's the whole
So,
point, exactly.
yeah.
So get the assimilation going there. Once you have one guy, there's an interrupt that gives you the ability to get more guys more easily. So
I see.
solve a mission, then go F with your opponent. All right, attempted with 9. There are 2 under. You get 7. Sylvia.
Yeah, a lot of board players I've seen play Sylvia because of all the decay events that were being played.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if that's going to be the norm anymore after what Quintessence getting.
Well, Quintessence wasn't a decay event, but you've always been my favorite as decay. No, that's not decay either.
Are you sure Quintessence wasn't decay?
Quintessence, I'm almost positive. Oh, it's not in my deck, so no, it's not decay, but it's unique and it only works once a turn. No cards go on it.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of
Unyielding.
Unyielding.
There
That's
it
the
is.
card I was thinking of.
Yeah. There we go. Which also is not in this deck for whatever reason. But I do have Energize as a decay event. I think that's it. The Sylvia's, Eric, our local
Yes.
1E player or 2E
That's why I was
Borg
thinking
player.
of it.
He always says Sylvia. No one expects Sylvia with the Borg. Now I expect Sylvia with the Borg. So, okay, what's going on here? A little secret ID. All right. I think he might be limited in skills here. I think I'm looking at trying to knock out one of his skills here. The Gint wouldn't be terrible to take, though. Knock out that counter, but it's a little late in the game for that, maybe. Definitely looking for skills right here. I don't remember what the next dilemma is here.
And this is a stop, correct?
Secret ID. So he's going to get discarded,
okay.
and he'll
All right.
replace him with someone. So. Make up your mind, Corbin. Come on. Don't have all day here. And it looks like Mike is already trying to get ready for who he's going to replace. So I'm looking at the non-aligned guys, hoping, if I take a non-aligned guy, maybe he can't replace him. So that's always a good strategy. Look at the lesser affiliation.
True, but you'd figure in a thief deck there would be plenty of options.
Absolutely. So, yeah, got to weigh that. That's a good point. Absolutely.
I would say any other deck you're facing, non-aligned would be the way to go.
Absolutely.
The 1E premium builder sucks. I love the basic. I use the basic all the time. For 2E, yes. For 1E, but 2E, oh my god.
The illustrious deck builder.
Attention, Melwies. The views expressed by Michael Moskop. The views expressed by Michael Moskop do not reflect.
Chris Lobbin, if you're listening, we really do appreciate the work you do here. No. All right, so it looks like I chose a Strand. Let's get back on here. So I chose a Strand. He replaced him with Cybok, it looks like. Probably a good choice. I think he knew I'd probably be going for that. Oh, boy. He's probably going to have this. Yeah. Probably a very bad idea to throw that there. I tried to get rid of the skill. It was not going to happen. Yeah. Or maybe it triggers. I don't remember. We'll see here.
Plus 7 is
He should have the cunning.
He had what, 7 guys?
Looks like 9. He started with 9. Minus. No, he's still got 9 guys, so he should be able to get 38 with 9.
Oh, easy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. There it is. Whoops. I usually play a lot better than this. So. Oh, Excalibur. There we go. I think I discard the whole thing. There goes my 3rd K&E. Oh well.
Did you even play one?
Nope. Didn't get a chance to. They're all gone. Yeah.
I guess have you assimilated anyone yet to play one?
No one's been assimilated yet. You know, I'm playing this deck very poorly. My next game went a lot better, by the way. I took 3rd place in this tournament, thanks to a bye. Oh boy, I'm getting embarrassed here on a live broadcast.
Oh, you're embarrassed.
No. Well, you brought the cruise. How'd that go for you? Right?
Well, it went well. I mean, I did get to cruise a ship. I played against John. He drove in from Ohio, I believe.
That new guy, right.
Yes, he was new to the game, and everyone was harping on me because I played this uber competitive Tier 1 deck against something that I believe Casey Wickham built for him in pretty much his first 2E tournament ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't say I walked over him, but I did defeat him. And,
Trounce.
You know.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, you know, everyone's got to learn. Got to show them the ropes. 2E can be a dangerous game, but it's a lot safer than 1E, that's for sure.
That is true.
Yeah. All right, trying to build my hand back up here. Drew into these are the Voyages. Got a 5-cost guy out, so net of 2, net of 1. 1 free card. I still think these are the Voyages was not the greatest idea on Decipher's part. Because it's one of those cards that you almost have to play because of its possible benefits. It does encourage you to play with high-cost guys, but with people like Bashir and Loxana, it's not terribly difficult to get high-cost guys into play.
I think it also depends on the size of the deck that you're playing with. So, I mean, just for example, the deck that I was playing with is only 42, 43 cards.
Very slim deck.
Very slim.
Yep.
Can I grab your surprise party?
Yeah, so
yeah, it definitely depends. I think I took them out of my relativity build because the highest cost guy in the deck is 5, I might have kept them in there actually. But you're right, it does depend on the deck. And they're good, you know. Sometimes it hurts to put cards back under the deck, but if you're netting cards, I really don't think that there's a problem. Yeah. And you know, netting and keeping tabs on your counters in 2E, I think is a great idea. It's really worthwhile to just try to beat the curve out if you can.
Well, any game, the object of any game is to try and play it optimally and to find value plays that are going to let you get the edge on the opponent, whatever strategy that they bring to the table.
Definitely. So here we go. We'll start off. Reborn is a non-engagement way of getting a guy. So,
and then
okay.
The harvester drone, when you take command of personnel that you do not own.
So lose 5 points, get a random guy, take command of him, and you have to have 3 Borg personnel together. So this is a great card, an uncommon from Necessary Evil.
Yes.
And as soon as that goes on, this triggers the harvest drone. And basically it says, anytime you take command of a guy that you don't own, just put this guy under the deck and you randomly select another guy to take command of. And then you can just, you know, if you've got 3 of them, boom, boom, boom. Wow. 1 guy becomes 4 guys. And then the next fun thing is Unrelenting over here. To play it, you have to stop a Borg that you command but do not own that's on your ship. So as long as you have a ship there, you beam one of the guys you assimilated up, and as an order, you take command of another guy with a personnel. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, take command of an opponent's personnel present with a personnel that he or she owns but that you command. So, yeah, you do have to have a lot of Borg guys, but you really, 1 guy can become 6 very easily if you've got the right cards in your hand.
Yeah, from playing in the Beermeister this year at this year's Gen Con, from what little I remember of it, I do remember getting a shellacking from Nick Yankovic's Borg Assimilator deck. I basically, I think, was down to 1 personnel and could do nothing.
What were you playing?
I was playing...
if you can recall.
I think I was playing Relativity. No, I remember that much. I remember playing Relativity.
There is a way to get around the Relativity jank, right? You take their guys. You say, no, they're mine.
Yes.
So that's very good. Okay. So the people say that assimilation, is really kind of a gamble, but when it works, it works. And it can be very annoying.
One thing I do find interesting about assimilation, and I say assimilation with air quotes in 2E, is that it's always referred to as a personnel you command but do not own. And so there's actually cards that basically have like a brainwash effect of the command but do not own effect that aren't exactly under the shell of assimilation, if you follow my meaning.
Right. And Romulans kind of get that from the brainwashing, right? Some dilemmas do that, not quite domesticated pets. So, yeah, there's a little bit of fun to be had by non-Borg personnel.
The perfect tool is one event that
yes.
I bring that comes to mind.
Yeah, that gives you the counters.
Yes.
And if there was some way to stick it in this deck, oh boy, would I?
Well, there was one in Nick's deck, and he was.
Oh, how did he?
Oh, he was.
Okay. Does he now? He needs Romulans to play that, or you can just play that?
I don't believe you need Romulans to play.
Okay, then that's great.
I could be wrong.
No, I bet you're right. I'm just not familiar with the card. That's pretty cool though. That is really cool because all those free counters is great.
So, what's up another? Unless he has an attribute less than 5. He or she. Hang on. How's this work? Eric. Unless he has something less than 5. Yeah, he doesn't.
Alright, so.
And I ran just like another stop to get 5.
Hello, sir?
Okay. Otherwise, just that one is stopped. I see.
Corbin has stepped away to answer a call from one of our local players.
One of the 3 great ones in the system. Okay. Alright, 1 through 7. 2.
Looks like.
Alright, Anthro or Exo?
Trying to make out what dilemma that is that he just hit.
6. Oh wait, hang on. Queen swap. This person's face, you only replace your drone present with a drone from your discard pile. Jazz. Loser.
Who is he getting? I'm assuming the
Exo. Stop it.
drone with Anthro or
It's all
Exo.
4 or 5. So, go ahead. Okay. Purses for 2. Draw for 3. Croton for 7.
Okay, so apparently I failed my mission attempt here.
You did. It was the dilemma. I'm so bad with card names, but their effects.
Which one was it?
You needed Anthro or Exo, or someone died.
Anthro or Exo or someone died.
Yes.
Oh, that's Dark Page.
That's it. Yes.
Dark Page. Boo. Yeah. So I guess the Borg kind of suck at Anthro, and I guess I didn't have the Exo drone out. So, oh well.
Sounded like you were going to go for a queen swap, but I don't think you had.
You know,
I don't think you had what.
I was very green, and I didn't think about doing the queen swap, and maybe I didn't have the right guy in the discard pile.
You do it more than once.
Yeah. So, if we played this match again, things might have turned out differently. It was very fun though. So he's got a bunch of cards under there. He can probably breeze through the mission this time.
Wow.
think you know the odds. Oh, okay. Well, I think I would think a trill would be really hard to brainwash.
Oh boy.
Maggie brought her Romulan capture deck.
Yep. Yeah.
Had some fun with that. Did you play against it?
I did not. I know she recently was looking for some cards, I believe, to enhance it. Got those to her at the tournament this week.
Very cool. I think like the tool,
Perfect tool and Enterprise Incident.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a card that shouldn't be hard to get because it's from Call to Arms. But
especially looking at Maggie's trade binder, she just has so much stuff, particularly from those early sets.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't playing Romulan back then and traded them away.
That's very possible. Those are two popular cards. So.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at the sealed product, it's really kind of starting to get wiped out. Hills is I think they're out of Call to Arms at this point.
Wow.
You can still find it, I think, if you look in the right places. But, yeah, who'd have thought Call to Arms would be sold out? I can't believe it.
Well, I mean, everything with this game, everything with any customizable card game is going to be finite, and especially when something's out of print.
Yes.
Once it's gone, it's gone,
it's
folks.
Gone, yep, exactly. So get in while you can. In a Mirror Darkly got sold out a few months ago. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I picked up at Gen Con a couple of boxes this year for, I believe, $80. And it was funny
Relatively
because...
good. I mean, at that price now.
I believe it was Hills that was selling them.
They're holding out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hills.
And the vendor literally across the hall, was selling some In a Mirror Darkly, $200 a box.
Nope, thanks.
The same vendor that last year I had purchased 2 boxes of set 12.
These are the Voyages.
These are the Voyages for $80 a box for. So I think once they saw how fast Trek went at the prices they were selling last year, they put the juice on.
Jason, nobody likes you. All right. Moving on.
Oh, nobody likes me. Can we tell the Van Bremen story?
Oh, well. Last year, I bet everyone... Well, so there was a vendor selling some harder-to-get Trek stuff, and they always have like a mixed bag every year. The one year I went, I was able to find, I think, some enhanced Premiere. No, I found a box of Energize for $29 from them. I still have that sealed in here. So the Van Bremens walk up, and what happened now?
Well, I believe the story goes is that there were 2 boxes of Captain's Log.
Captain's Log, set 10, for those not familiar with Voyager and all the good stuff. How much did they pay for it?
I believe the price was $50.
$50 a box. That's ridiculous.
But they only bought 1 box.
Oh.
And Mike from our playgroup ran into them, and they asked them, they're like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
And they pointed them. They just missed that box by the skin of their teeth.
Wow. That's a $200 box right there. Easy. Yep. Well, someone found a motion pictures box recently for...
it wasn't recent. It was a little while back.
A little while back.
$199 on eBay.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good.
The fact that it was local is what blew my mind. It was just a couple couple towns over.
So you drove over there and picked it up.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And now that card has a nice Kirk you got. Right?
Yes. Yes, I pulled an Admiral Kirk, not the ultra rare, but an Admiral Kirk, and got it signed by William Shatner.
Mr. Shatner himself. And you got a nice photo with the family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's a good story. I like it.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, so Mike, although he could go for the 2-mission win, I don't think he's very confident on that display of wealth paying off. So he's decided to go for the 3-mission win. And, if he can solve here, he's going to win the game. So he just got hard timed. Yep.
Well, I think Mike's got two things going. I think he's on a race against the clock. As I look at our recording timer, we're about 10 minutes in till time.
Yeah.
that's probably his biggest factor. And he's probably weighing that against you solving 3 missions.
I'm not going to solve 3 missions at this point.
So
2 maybe with the one with the Borg, because that'll give you 5 points for every personnel you command but do not own, which is ridiculously huge if done right. So they've got, looks like I have 4 dilemmas there. A little Chandra. Cross my fingers on the Chandra. Let's see what happens here. Chandra's one of my favorite dilemmas, but there's a lot of anti-tech for it. All right, that's my favorite thing to do usually. So if you ever rig your probe or rig your, oh, that's it. I only get 2 with the Chandra. Ouch. Well, Mike's been pretty lucky against Chandra today. The first duty. The first duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth. Something like that. It's kind of annoying. The fifth. I just bought the 5th season Blu-rays today. They'll come on Thursday, and that whole speech from Picard in the first duty, they couldn't find the film for it, so they had to upconvert the SD. Ooh. It's too bad. This is the first time that they've missed more than this is the first. This set has 2.5 minutes of footage out of the whole season that they couldn't find the film for.
Wow.
Still amazing though that they could actually find 99.9% of the film. So I got to give them props for that. So let's see. Is he going to pull out the win here?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. They're done. Okay.
Only one of us really knows the answer.
And, Vladimir.
Thank you, Self. All right. Well, I stay alive for another turn. All right. Oh, and he... Okay. He takes back that... I don't know what he does with it. Okay.
I thought this thing would suck.
Derp.
So I've got a couple ships in hand. I'm contemplating playing one so I can pick up those guys and go do more missions. If I'm going to win this game, I'm going to have to solve 3 missions this turn. I've got a Locutus. I think I have Locutus in play. I'm not sure. Now we talk about the surprise party. We're not sure what to do here.
Find out after. No, because it's like Esri. If I have an Esri, I can't think of it.
I don't give a shit. I know I'm not going to win.
Yeah, here.
I know we were bringing up a point earlier as far as assimilating a unique personnel, having it come to the one side of the table. And
Yeah, the rules say if you assimilate a unique guy from your opponent can play a second copy of that guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Now, if you assimilate that second copy, I don't know what happens at that point. That's okay. That's a fun idea. Just take the use the Roger Maris to take something and then put it on the display of wealth. Okay, 5 points for that. Okay, don't have a Locutus in play, obviously. All right, so now do I attempt the mission, hope to solve, and come back, and then go do another mission? I think that's probably the best play to do right here, right now. Nope, I went home. Oh, no, am I going home? Oh, I don't know what I did.
Well, Corbin, I certainly don't know what you did.
This will attempt. I've got 10.
I think the smart play is to attempt the mission. I may be low on skills, though.
I would have to agree. In many games, well, in close games, me going home has usually been the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to give up momentum by spending range to go home if you don't need to, if you can accomplish the mission.
Exactly. So I attempt with 10 because I've assimilated some guys. There's 3 under, so he's going to get 7. There's no unexpected difficulties out on his side, so that's probably good. I might get lucky here.
He might in the zone you. Oh wait, no, that's a different game.
Someone didn't get a lot of sleep last night. No, I was gonna say though. I can't remember now. Oh, is that? It's the stolen computer core. Or Bioneural, the one that, he's going to take 2 of my guys right now.
I feel like we've been mugged.
Yeah, that sucks.
select second personnel that your opponent does not command.
Ouch.
Yeah, you probably don't command any of the guys in my hand. Or here. So 1 through 9.
So, okay, so if he commands the guy that gets randomly... Oh, no, the random selection pool has to be of guys he doesn't command? Or we randomly select a guy, and if he commands him, he doesn't get him. I don't know how that works. I would assume it would be the latter.
So it sounds like it's anti-Borg, anti...
I think it was a stupid card they made in Dangerous Missions, and they didn't know what they were doing, but you might be right. No, they had to come up with an interesting card to put in Dangerous Missions that prevented the 9 attempting with more than 9 guys, and I think that was what they went with. So. Oh, crap. Well, another species-related dilemma. I think that's not center of attention. That's
the 3 arc, or the one where you need 3 arc, or...
No, it's not that one either. This is the one where if you have extra, like 4 or more guys of the same species there, the 4-cost dilemma cost 1. Yeah, and it's a good dilemma. It stops 2 guys typically, and that's guess who's coming to dinner. So I left Locutus. Locutus is at the headquarters still, so I'm not going to get 10 points for this one, unfortunately. And I probably don't have anyone with diplomacy or integrity greater than 6, so someone's just going to die, unless one of the guys I assimilated has it. And I'm looking for... I wanted to just queen swap, but there was no one... No, he's just going to kill someone. And that's a tough mission to solve with like less than 6 guys, right? Because it's the requirement... Yeah, I've got 5 guys there, and I need cunning greater than 42. Forget it. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
It's simply not going to happen.
5 guys? No, it's...
Their fries are good. 5 guys? Oh! Oh, jeez.
You must add eggs for breakfast. You're all yolk.
Oh, I know. I'm always yolk. And bacon. Build interplexing bacon.
All bacon.
4 range, come on. Need somebody over. 4 range? Oh, 5 range. You're right. Oh,
so this is probably the last turn here. I'm going to sing that Mike's going to pull out the win right here. I'd be hard-pressed to think he wouldn't. He's like 5 points away from winning. It's too bad he can't just get that display of wealth to go off, though. No, I think the Thief deck has a lot of promise. I like to put Pickpocket in mine. I don't know if he had Pickpocket in his, but that's a good card. Gives all your guys attributes +2, but you have to... The top card of your opponent's deck has to be personnel. So it's a gamble, but if you gamble and it's there, that's huge. Everyone attributes +2. It's huge.
Partner with the J, and we got some...
Oh, God. Forget about it. You
broken J?
Solve with 3 guys.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, he's going with everybody.
Bring in the house.
15 people. Now, I have a problem. I probably shouldn't say this, but I typically don't play with any of those if you come with more than 9 guy dilemmas. So...
no, I'm good.
That's fun. That's fun.
I know I've been running, Tragic Kill Pile for a little while, and I always run it with 2 fractured times.
2 fractured times?
2 fractured times, just in case you see the one get burned.
Lord.
Yeah.
If I saw one of those burned, I'd think I'm scot-free. I'd go, yep, I'm okay. So that's wow. Don't go with 15. All right, so I'm looking at some interesting dilemmas here. He's at space. I think I saw a Gom2 in there. And a Tsiolkovsky. Yeah, there's a Gom2. The Tsiolkovsky is going to cost a lot, though. I don't have a lot of events out. So, but he has 15 guys, but chances are he'll probably have it. With 15 guys, do you think throwing a pitching in makes sense? Probably costs 1.
Yeah, but you're more than likely going to get it to cost 1, and it's going to get a couple stops on it. So,
okay, so there must have been a Caretaker's in my hand if I'm looking at his discard pile.
Where you're bluffing, there's a Caretaker's.
Yeah.
Come on, Corbin.
I did that the other day. Someone was attempting a mission, and I was looking at my hand very intently. It was a deck that I think typically uses cheaters, and They didn't throw a swashbuckler. I was hoping they would. I didn't have any interrupts in my hand. But I was hoping, you know, if I'm staring at a card, maybe my opponent, I don't know, maybe they'd throw swashbucklers. You know, it's two counters. You know, could get lucky. So I'm definitely contemplating the Gom2 there.
Well,
Oh boy. Okay. Well, oh, second guessing myself. All right, let's see what happens here. 15 guys, minus probably 11.
heavy filter and a GOM too.
Heavy filter. There's the heavy filter. The Chula. That's supposed to be the heavy filter, but I never seem to get lucky with
man.
that. I don't know. It's
I guess if you want to stop 2 guys, at least at the
at
rate
least
you've
2.
been going.
Right. Exactly. I've had a lot of luck with that.
Oh,
That's time.
That's time.
That's time. And it pretty interesting, yeah. Okay. So he's got some Borg in there, so
It's on me.
oh, and so Mike is giving some bonus minutes, soccer style.
Yeah.
Not sure why this is hanging here.
I talked down. Oh, wait.
Executive decision.
You know what?
Yeah, I remember that being some kind of tense situation. I can't remember exactly.
I think it had to go. It had something to do with who went first, and then was there a rules question at some point during their match?
That might have been it, yeah.
And
He's good to stop. You've been doing very well against the Chino.
Okay, I think he has Cybok and then a 1-coster and then another 3-coster. So stop 3. It's not looking too good for me. Oh, okay, inequitable exchange. So I'm gonna get a captive here, but that costs 6 because I don't have any captives. So if I get the right guy, maybe I can stop. Maybe I can stop him with the GOM2. I think I went second, so I'm hoping to get a second turn here. Maybe go for the mod win at this point. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I take Navarre. She has diplomacy. Make fun of him for capturing. There's
caretaker's guess.
yeah, that is a caretaker's guess. Yeah, it kind of looked like whispers for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. No, that's definitely a caretaker's. Yeah. So I'll probably I think I'm trying to strip him of diplomacy at this point.
Well, I mean, if you're ending with a GOM2, it's definitely a valid play.
Leosa, I think, has diplomacy. So let's see.
I don't remember seeing him play anything with empathy. So
Right. That'd be all right. Let's hope this is it. Maybe he's going to use that tech to get one of those guys back from the discard pile. He'd be smart too. I think if he has Olus there, he could pop back Leosa for at least 1 diplomacy. Oh, hey! I get another turn.
taking it down.
Booyah! Booyah! Now what am I going to do with... oh, I don't think he took my surprise party back. I think maybe he forgot to. Okay, so this is the last turn of the game. Let's see what goes on here.
Draw 7, go.
Done. So I've got a ship there. It's Locutus's Borg Cube. I've got the Queen's Borg Sphere. That probably is a smart play if I want to bring some guys to come to the mission.
6, 8.
My fiance is wondering what the hell we're doing.
Valid question, Corbin.
That
Valid
is
question.
what the hell are we doing? I think we are having a fun time here. All right, staff that ship. Are we just going to hang out there? Are we going to try to go double team here? I'd go over. I would have left the ship there, I think. No, okay. I think I'm trying to make. I'm probably missing a couple skills here. Make a good. Well, there are a lot of dilemmas under there. Okay, I should be able to solve that with 6 guys. I think 6 guys for cunning 42.
How many dilemmas were?
I think there were 6 dilemmas under there.
Oh yeah.
So 6 times 8 is 48. I'd have to have 6, 7 guys. So I can probably attempt with 7 and hope he doesn't draw anything. There's no unexpected out. And hopefully he doesn't have an uninvited in his hand. So we'll see. Yeah.
It's not me, Corbin. Playing with uninvited.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've done that. So it's pretty annoying. It's a good it's a good interrupt. People should play with more of it, I think.
Again, I can't take credit for that. You know, I don't always play 2E, but when I do, I'm awful.
No. If you're gonna rip off the coolest man in the world, I don't always play 2E, but when I do, you know. All right. Whenever I play 2E, I like to net deck usually. So
exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know, net decking. There's some controversy. Magic players find it annoying sometimes, but in Trek, it's, I think, the best way to learn. Absolutely the best way to learn.
You'd think Magic players find it annoying, but every Magic player that I've encountered is pretty much net decking and then just adjusting for the local metagame.
Absolutely. And why not, right?
Why not?
I'm only here on Earth a limited time. I don't have time to be building decks. Let someone else do that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. And the way I like to think about it is you can give the keys to a Lamborghini to a 16-year-old, but he's not going to be able to drive it with the same precision as someone who has basically been trained to drive that car, trained in, you know, high-speed maneuvers, things of that nature.
That's right. When did you get a Lamborghini?
Well, never. But
so Jason's had to step out for the remainder of this episode, but I'm going to take over, just wrap up the show here. So I ended up attempting with 6 because the Borg sphere has the all attributes +1 while at your Borg mission. So thank goodness for that. I was able to. It looks like just take 6 guys. There were 6 dilemmas under, and bada bing, bada bang. Everything went better than expected. The best part about this mission is now I get to look through my opponent's discard pile and take a personnel I think he does not command, or I don't command, or something like that, and take command of that person. So I still need to solve another mission, and I need to do it this turn, or else I'm not going to win. So right now I'm looking for someone with skills that will be helpful in getting this another mission done. And maybe I can get a 3rd mission done, get the full win. But, you know, so now it's important that I find the right person to assimilate.
I can see why people are cruising. I mean, exactly. I overcompensated.
So I went with Lore. Lore's pretty cool. He's got high attributes. That's always helpful. It's got nice this Lore brother and son, so that I can that he'll not die or not get stopped unless it's a consumed dilemma. We really haven't been seeing a lot of consumed dilemmas this game, so I'm not too worried about that.
This sphere has a
Now it is time to figure out which mission to go to. Got a lot of guys there. Probably 2-team. Be smart. There's always some controversy in going with a 2nd team, but this late in the game, it doesn't seem like such a bad idea. If I hit a timescape, that's that. So I gotta decide if I want to take all the skills with me, if I can split up 2 solvable teams. I always like to make 2 solvable teams if I can. If my opponent thinks I'm bluffing, well, then I'm not, hopefully. And if I can't, well, I'm not going to tell you if I go with the solvable team 1st or 2nd, but I think you can figure it out. It's fun to use your opponent's cards to do your bidding. Very fun thing to do. If you haven't played an Assimilator, I definitely suggest trying it. Just steal the deck like we were saying. Net deck. Nothing wrong with that. You're going to learn a lot. Sometimes I find decks online that are just... 10 with 8. Okay. Sometimes I find decks online that are just not easy to learn. Maquis typically falls in that category. So, best to get a trained professional teach you how to play with those decks. Or read the tournament reports.
Because like a money game, there's so much interaction. Probably that one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if your courage was just a bluff in our game. I wasn't sure if you're gonna like blow up your event with acid or something.
I think I have enough events to do it, but I'm totally curious.
Looks like Mike's having some thought. He's thinking about what to put.
Cost 2. Yep.
Alright. That is the dilemma that will kill a guy that has 3 or less dots. Definitely have plenty of those. And I believe it is his choice, yes. So, boom. Needs as many. That's a new dilemma from Unnatural Selection. It stops 2 guys. I think one with a command star, my choice, and then someone not, I forget what the other, I think it's science or command star.
1 through 3.
Oh, it's random. Ah, Laura does not get stopped. Huge, huge choice. Very lucky.
Choose personality stop for each interrupt revealed.
Hey, Mike.
Okay.
Standing trial with flag present. Are the honor and officer people still excluded from the second random selection?
I have to see Clegg.
Oh, sorry. He's the.
Yeah, I know, but I need to see exactly how he's worded.
TD's doing the TD thing.
Yeah, I think so. It's like basically it's within the same domain.
Randomly select the person.
Unless he was the first person stop, maybe?
Well, no, because he excludes himself.
Clark can't exclude himself, can he?
He and he.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it still is a dilemma that requires honor. So yeah, he can.
He saved everybody else.
Right, he saved it from the second.
Oh, okay, so right, that's a good. Needs of the many is good against the Borg typically, so it can stop if I have any interrupts in hand. Someone is randomly selected to be stopped for each interrupt revealed. So great throw on Mike's part.
Oh, 1 or 2. Do it again. I didn't see that little. No, let's try that again, shall we?
Leans over.
This one. Broadcast. Okay. Templates.
Woot. That must be a personal duty, I think. I can't tell.
One person steps. Oh,
I'll take the points though.
nice try.
I believe I don't have more points than you.
Oh, show trial. That's what it was.
Yeah. It won't matter because I can't solve with 4.
Can't solve with 4. The Polywater. That's that.
Up to 7.
Team 2, 7 people.
So I get 4.
I'll show you. Alright.
Alright, maybe I'll get lucky here. Let's see. It'd be nice to solve another mission.
War games.
Oh, not a chance.
Wow.
Great dilemma.
Good dilemma, huh?
Yeah, this was.
Great dilemma late in the game. Very strategic.
One of his error complete missions, unless you have the skills needed to complete that mission while your personnel are stopped.
My guys are over here. All my acquisition people are right here in the stop people.
That's pretty good.
Well played.
Alright, good game.
Great.
What did you have?
All right. On behalf of Jason Beyer, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this show with us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can give me a call at 267-CALL-CPJ or give us a PM on the message boards. I'm Corbin Q27. Until next time, this is Corbin Johnson signing off saying so long and thanks for all the Trek.